Hi everyone, hello, and I am live. And look at that, Layla is already on my lap. She's missing me. Yes, I know, I should have been here half an hour earlier. But goodness me, it's been one of those days, sometimes you try and save the day, and I have to say it only really happened an hour and a half before the live. Oh my goodness. Hi everyone. I'm so sorry I'm late, but I'm so pleased that you're all here. And yeah, when I came up with the idea of putting it sort of half an hour later, that just gave me a little bit more of a leeway, and yeah, that worked really well. Plus I did it on the YouTube thing, so I hope you noticed that the timing was a little bit later. So I'm pleased that that works, and hopefully you saw that that notification, or you saw it was later than planned. Oh my goodness, I am so pleased you're all here. Hello. Yes, Layla, look, everybody's there. They all waited for us. Yes. What is up with you? Huh? What's up with you? Let me just try and put this down a little bit so you can see a little bit better. There we go. See? I was sitting down, just putting everything ready, and I had her little blanket, the cat blanket, the fleece one, folded up next to my legs, and I thought, no, quickly put it on your legs. She was like going in there, and I thought, no, Layla, come and sit with me, so I put it on my lap, and here she is. Look at her. Oh, hi everyone from all over. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Maura. Thank you. I'm glad you like my work. I'm glad everybody likes it. Yes, that's one of the things I had to do, fill my little shelf that I have there. Because look, there we go. I acquired a little shelf during the week, and I thought on there I can sort of display a couple of things. And so when I was sitting here getting ready, I thought, oh, quick, the cakes. So I rushed and got them out of the cabinet, and I put them on there. It fell down a couple of times, as they would. But yeah, I know, Pat. She's so excited to be here. It's as if she knows. But I mean, it's like in the evening when I've finished working, I sort of go and do the dinner. And then while I'm doing the dinner, she's like there calling me into the hallway, like, follow me, and then I do follow her. And she rushes and she jumps onto the sofa as if she wants to say, come and sit here. Don't do the cooking, come and sit here. So it's just so lovely that she wants to be with me and calls me to the sofa. Yeah, yes, darling. And then I do the dinner, and then and she's still there. And then I say, yes, let's go to the sofa. And she runs. So she's going like, why are you not talking to me? Look at her face. Look at her eyes closing. Oh, dearie me. Thank you, Deborah. Oh, Julie. Yeah, well, if she wants to go for a sleepover, then what's going to stop you doing? What's going to stop her doing that? You're not going to go and rush after, are you? You're here on the live. Oh. But yeah, I've had a bit of a day today, honestly. Some days you want to do a lot. Well, I try and do a lot because, of course, it's crochet time, it's filming time, it's, editing time. So yesterday I managed to yes, Deborah, I do try. Don't use too many emojis, because then it will block you for some reason. I don't know whether I can amend that at all. And so yes, yesterday I managed to film a tutorial, and this morning for like 2.5 hours I thought I'd lost all the footage. It was not a pretty morning. It certainly was not. Oh my goodness. Dag mama. So yes, when you're sitting there looking at black footage on your screen, and you're looking at the project that you made, and you're thinking, am I going to have to redo all of that? And it's like, so you're thinking, how can I save this? I think first I started with pressing every button in iMovie to try and get it all back, which obviously did not work. Then I sort of nearly, cried. Then I started texting the kids, asking them for advice. But of course, kids. But you panic, don't you? You just panic because you start thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to redo it. I'm going to have to do this again. And it's not like it's something that I did just yesterday. I worked on it days before I actually filmed it yesterday. And then you sort of film, parts of it that you can do with the whole thing, because you can't just make it in a couple of hours while you're filming. You're doing things in advance for it. So I thought, oh my goodness. And of course, as you can tell here, I've been making these cakes, and this was a project with one of those cakes, because obviously, now I also have to do videos using the cakes, of course. So, and I'm thinking, I've used that cake up. Do I make a new one? Because of course I was already thinking, oh, maybe I can wind up a new one exactly the same. But I mean, that's counterproductive, obviously, because, oh my goodness. And then, of course, my daughter says, well, she first, said a couple of things. Why don't you try this and this and this? And she didn't really know what it was, obviously. And then she said, but why don't you ask Google? Why didn't I ask Google? I mean, I panicked. I just panicked. So I asked Google, and of course, Google knew the answer. I mean, all that time, oh, there she goes. You sort of have that moment of panic and you think, no, what have I done? But, we don't have that. We don't have that reaction. Oh, my goodness. We don't have, oh, this is YouTube saying I'm live. We don't have that inborn reaction almost of saying, oh, let's ask Google. But I don't have that anyway. I have to remind myself that I can ask Google. So indeed, I asked Google, and yes, there was a solution. So of course, straight away, I tried to solve it, tried to do other things, went into settings, went into this, then you have that whole list of things that you have to do. And and then, of course, because I was trying things out, I filmed Layla for like 30 seconds, tried it again, because I thought, I'm not going to I still had the footage on my phone, obviously. I still had that. So I was trying to preserve that as much as possible because obviously, you don't want to lose, that was what I had. I did not want to lose that. But of course, it wasn't working on my computer. Anyway, after about 2.5 hours, I managed to put everything in the right, all the settings correct. And I did it again. I sent the footage back, just one, back to my computer, and it worked. Oh my goodness. The relief. Because the thing is, it's not the time to refilm it. It's the time to redo it, really, because, what I made, I couldn't just say, oh, I'll rip it out and I'll do that again. It would not have been practical almost, So yeah, I was so happy that I then managed to save that. But that was not the end of my problems. It went from bad to worse. So I was so happy, right, that I know, Fiona, we learn every day, don't we? Yeah. So then I went and had my shower because I thought, right, I'll cheer myself up. I've solved my problem. I'm going to go and have my shower, right? Because, I started doing this thinking I'll just turn everything on, then go and have my shower. But of course, then 2.5 hours later, I was still sorting stuff out. And I thought, no, I'm going to have my shower because, of course, I have to dry my hair nicely and do it nice for the live, So off I went and had my shower. This is not going to be so nice. Walked back into my studio and promptly stood in some cat vomit. One of the cats had done a little thing on my thing and I walked in it. I walked straight into it. Really? Luckily, I had the towel still round my head from my hair. So in place, I stood and I just put my towel down, wiped my foot on the towel, wiped it all up with the towel, and that was that. I thought, I am not going, getting into this. This is it. I've done it. It's past, It's just, one thing led to another. Then I sit down, I'm thinking, right, I am showered. Everything's clean. My foot is clean again, Let's sit down and do this editing because finally I was able to lunch. I still hadn't had lunch. So went and got some lunch, sat down again. Well, I got my plate and I ate there. And you know what happened then? My computer told me that his storage was full up. So even though I had all this stuff in it now that was working, I couldn't do anything with it because there was no room to maneuver. So, sometimes, okay, so, right. So I was like, right, we've got to solve this problem first. So I have some storage now that I put everything. Oh, well, I don't know whether it's a boy or a girl. I don't care what it is. It needs to, obey me, listen to what I tell it to do. So I took another hour and a half to sort out the memory on my computer. So, you sort of, can I get rid of this? Can I get rid of that? Have I uploaded this? Have I done that? Oh my goodness, I know, it's just. So, of course, then it's mid-afternoon, and before you know it, all you've done is damage limitation, because every time something happened, I had to make that good. Then, I stood in the present, I had to make that good. No storage, I had to make that good. So finally, after, managing to, and again, I had problems with that because I deleted so many things and I still only had a tiny amount of storage. And I thought, why? So by the time I'd figured that out, and by the time I deleted, because you put things in your computer and then it uses it in a program and then it uses it there again and again. And I don't know how it duplicates or I don't know how it works. But yeah, so in the end, I went for the big broom, what my mum calls the big broom, just go through it with a big broom. And now I've got 70 whatever free. So yeah, it's been one of those days. And this is the tea I made in the afternoon, which I never drank all of it, and now I've turned it into a long drink. It's hibiscus tea. So there we go. I never even finished my tea. Waleska, I do. That's what I have. So when I say I deleted it off my computer, I did delete it off the computer, but I first put it in my Lacy. And Lacy is a storage device. Yeah. So I've got loads of space in my Lacy. So yes, before that was the thing. I put everything in Lacy. The things I'm working with are on my phone, on my computer. So that's fine. But then again, I still didn't have, so I had to get rid of a lot more in my iMovie. So I could, have more working space. No, I have got something to put everything in. Yeah. So yes, yeah. So Lacy is the brand name of a big memory card thing, storage device. And I invested in that because obviously I do have a cloud. But for me to just quickly get something and to make sure I find it and to be able to, some vloggers, some YouTubers, they use things from previous videos. They go back and they say, oh, do you remember when? But I can never do that because I can't find that footage easily. Yes, it's Lacy. It's Lacy, but I call it Lacy. It's and now that I have that, it will be less on my phone as well. Sort of, the phone will be sort of off the hook because before everything was on my phone. And yes, I deleted things of that, but once it was on YouTube, I had to just delete the videos because I couldn't keep them. Now I can keep them and I can, maybe take snippets back or show you other things, just remind you and things like that. So I'm thinking that, having Lacy will allow me to, make better videos. I know. Do you know? And Linda, do you know what? I didn't even have coffee today. I forgot to have coffee. 11 o'clock, I normally have a cup of coffee. I never had time to do that. I was just trying to save myself all the time. Unbelievable. So yeah, so then I did some cooking for dinner. Yes. Yes, lacy, Julie. It's a really good thing. You plug it in, it's plug and play. And I've got a system in there of how I memorize the video, how I organize the videos, how I do the footage, the raw footage, the pictures, and it's working really well. Let me just show you what it is. There she goes. Here, I've got it here. Right. Let me try and get back onto the sofa. See, this is my lacy. And it's, in a way, it's a lot of money, but you've got everything here. This is it. This is what, will contain. No, it works on all devices. It comes with the cable, though. So this is a cable for Apple, and it also comes with a cable for hang on. Yes, so it works for all devices, but you have to buy the right one. Okay, so my 2 cables work for my Mac devices and for Dirk's Mac, because his is older than mine and the ports are different. And so we've got the right one. So when you buy it, you must make sure that you get the cable with it that oh, Rebecca, great. Yeah, this is a 4 terabyte. A 4 terabyte. Oh, I would love to have a cup, Pat. I really would. And I would love it if your husband could make me one. That would be fabulous. But no, yeah, so this is lacy. Make sure that when you buy it, you get but in a way, because my computer, see, the thing is, the difference of the computer having a bigger memory, that costs a lot more money than buying these or than buying one of these. Okay, so the difference between the memory in the computer and the memory in here, that's a lot of money. This is much cheaper to do it like that. Yes, so this is yes, so there's different type of cables, and this is sort of, yeah, I made up my mind. I decided what I wanted to invest and what money I could spend on this, but the sort of when we looked at the Mac with more memory, then that would have been a lot more money than buying this. So now I've got a system in here, what goes where and how it's organized. And yeah, it does work, but I just need to keep up with it. I was working on too many videos at the same time. And yes, Julie, that's fine. And I used to do that, Julie. That's fine, But there comes a time when your phone will say, you have no more memory. So you need to find a backup in a cloud somewhere, which I had as well with my phone. But now I want to have it on the lacy so I can have it there and then, so I can just choose what I want. And also I've got pictures in there now. I've got my music for my videos. I've got all kinds of things in there, so yeah, I mean it. So yeah, so then I did some dinner. And then I went and got Dirk, and I just was not in the best of moods. I really wasn't. I feel like I've had a day where, like I said, I was just trying to make good what went wrong. That's all I did all day. And in a way, yes, I mean, Dirk said, yeah, but you've done that. You've managed to overcome that. And I'm like, yeah, but I haven't stepped a step forward. Do you know what I mean? So then I was doing the dinner and somebody asked for us to go with them to the beach. And just for sort of, an hour, just to sit on the beach. And I was like, no, I can't go. And Dirk said, no, let's go. Let's just go. Because otherwise you'll be, you'll have, this day and you'll feel like, And I thought, right, okay, let's go. So he went like, go and get dressed for the beach. So he was dishing out the food. And I was like, right, okay, I'll go and get dressed. And so I put my shorts on and I put my top on, and he was like, right, okay, let's have our food and then let's go. And then I was like, if I put the live half an hour later, then I'll be more relaxed and I'll be more. And so that's what we did. And you know what? It just saved the day in a way. And being able to tell you this now, and it's just, it's been okay. I mean, I'll survive. But yeah, the moment itself, I was just, I was close to tears, I tell you. I was. I mean, yeah. So we met up with another couple who also live one road down. And so we go to this beach together. We sit down, and Dirk and the husband, Gary, they played a game. What was it called again? Oh my goodness, I can't remember. But it was a fun. They obviously we didn't know the game. It was really good fun, and they had a couple of games, and we had a little chat and things like that. And it was just nice to. Did he wear a cape? No, just a t-shirt and shorts. Oh. Yeah, so I see people are wondering about these cakes here. And yes, I made those myself using my yarn winder. And if you want to go and find out how they were made, that was last Friday's video. I had such fun making them. In the meantime, I've made this one, that purple one I made as well. Sometimes I just sit down and make him. It's not good because it means I have to make projects with them as well. So yeah. But anyway, so I sat on the beach and I did a row, I think, and it was just nice to sit there, have a little chat, watch the men play the game. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Christine. How are you? Have you worn your t-shirt? Yes, Waleska, I am so happy. I'm happy again. Oh my goodness. No. The cat stays indoors. The other couple, they brought their little dog, and he's called Remus. Oh, he's so funny though. He's really small. He's smaller than a cat. Oh, he's such a cute little dog. Oh, hi, Samantha. I was late as well. Don't worry. Yes, the cats are indoor cats. Yeah, I'm making I'm making corner to corner, but it's a bit of a special one. And of course, Penny, I'll tell you that in a moment. Of course, the video will come out for this, but of course it's taking a while. Okay, so there'll be a video in a few weeks, in several weeks. Now, we spent the evening on the beach a couple of weeks ago with that same couple, and I filmed the sunset. And of course, we had to just sit there. I mean, this was Dirk and my plan. So we were just going to go to the beach, set up the camera, and just sit there. And I don't know how it happened, but that couple joined us because the day before we asked them to come. Yeah, the day before we bumped into them, we said tomorrow evening we're going to go and, go to the beach and just sit there. And they said, yeah, that's fine. We'll come and join you. So they came and joined us, and I filmed the sunset. And this sunset is going to come out in a video on Wednesday. And that's when I also just sat there and crocheted. So we were having sort of like a nice evening, and we were chatting. But I was just sitting there crocheting. And the lady, Sophie, she said, oh, Anja, you're really good. You're not even looking, I said, well, yeah, sorry. Because half the time I don't know that I'm actually, doing it. And no, not this time. I didn't take a project this time to photograph. And so she went home and she told me this now, just now. She went home and tried some crochet. She knits, you see. And she said, yeah, I found it really hard to stop using my thread and hook like a knitting needle. I said, yes, probably. I said, you'll have to come and practice with me, you know, watch some more videos. So, you know, it's just wonderful to see that I sort of, you know. Oh, hey, Christine, don't worry, I was late too. Oh, slaap wel, mama. My mum's going to bed. Yes, Petra, hi. I'm here. I was late, but I'm here. Anyway, so today, thank you, Penny, thank you. So today I thought I would talk to you about two things. Well, three things. A couple of things. Right, before we say anything else, there won't be a live next week. It's my daughter's birthday during the week, and I am going up there to spend the weekend with her and her brother, and, you know, we're going to have a family weekend, and there'll be lots of cooking and lots of hopefully cake baking and things like that, and hopefully some crochet as well. Okay, so we are going to have a break next week. I will be baking some cake, I'm sure, during the time that the live is on. But then, hopefully, the week after that Sunday, I can convince her to come into the live with me, because she's coming back here with me. So she's going to come and spend a week, or maybe 10 days, or maybe, fingers crossed, 2 weeks with me at the seaside. So that will be really nice. But of course, yes, so there won't be a live next Sunday. Okay, I mean, I could do one, but I just don't know where I'm going to be and what I'm going to be doing. So, you know, it's her 20th birthday. 20th birthday. Goes so fast. So yes, we thought we would make it a weekend. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to say. Then, not this week, but the week after that, I am going to have 2 videos about a baby blanket. And this week, I am going to have 2 videos about a summer wearable. A summer wearable. So let's talk about those things, shall we? I'm not wearing it because obviously it's just too hot. I sat in the sun just now on the beach. You know, the beach where we go, the sun just shines straight into, and it was really warm there. So yeah, that has actually warmed me up quite a bit. So I was thinking of wearing the wearable, but I'm not. But I will show you in a moment. Okay, right. So next week we are going to have one lookbook as usual, because I like doing those videos, and I think not only does it show off the wearable this time, but also it shows my place where I live. And like I said, I filmed the the sunset because I included it in the video. Okay, so this week, and this is just, I mean, I got this one out because it's a summer wearable, right? I mean, they always say hat, scarves, yeah, for winter. But obviously, we can make things that we can wear during the summer as well. A cotton scarf. I have a cotton poncho. I have a cotton jumper, So it's not just for winter that we can make. I have a lot of things that I wear in the summer as well. And even though you might think, oh, when am I going to wear because this is 100% acrylic, when am I going to wear that? Well, actually, evenings, when we go on our evening walk, it's not that warm sometimes. There is a little bit of a chilly wind, and I want to wear something, So I have made a poncho. But it's the simplest pattern for a poncho. Actually, it is just a triangle. It's not a triangle, a rectangle. So it's just a rectangle. So it's a really, really long rectangle. You close it on one end and you keep an opening in the middle and you wear it as a poncho. See? And it's so nice to wear. It's just so cozy and nice and warm. Hang on. Oh, I'm not doing it properly because I'm not standing up. There we go. See? Oh, I just love wearing it. I love the way it sort of is not symmetrical. And I really enjoyed my buttons here. And because of the way I've put those stitches together, it's such a soft fabric. And oh my goodness, it was so easy to make and quick to make as well. So yeah, it was, how should I say it? I thought I was going to take much longer making it, but I wanted to get on and do it. Now, who has watched the frogging and winding video with the yarn cakes? The one on Wednesday. There was a piece there that I was frogging, and that was going to be that was my first attempt at the poncho. But somehow something was wrong with the pattern. I couldn't work out what it was. But I started that one going this way, right? So short rows, but many, many of them. And it just wouldn't grow. It became a real chore to do it. This one, mind you, has very, very long rows, but few of them. And you know what? It worked up so quickly. This pattern was less thinking about. The other one, I kept forgetting to do certain rows and I kept forgetting the pattern. So I thought, if I can't remember it, then nobody else is going to either, because if it's so complicated, then, it's not worth pursuing because it's just going to be just too complicated. So simple is better. Simple, keep it simple. And that way, it's, So I started doing this and it worked up and it became so, very, very quickly I was, doing my last row basically. The thing is though, I have no idea how many stitches there are. No idea. I haven't even counted them. Now, if that is not intriguing, then I don't know what is. Because if you're doing these rows, it's just, don't worry about how long the rows are. Just enjoy doing them. Enjoy doing the stitches. And you know that you don't have to do too many rows. So I was just going for it. I really did. I made this quicker than I thought. And Karen, no, Julie, no, I don't want to know how many stitches there are. It's going to stay a mystery. And Karen has also made it already, and she was saying how lovely she thought it was, and how quick it was working up. She's finished hers already. She's waiting for the toggles to arrive. So I thought it was plus you don't have to wear it as a poncho. You can also wear it as a, let me do this. It's a bit awkward sitting down. Look. As a sort of cardigan, look. So now I've got it, yeah, and then it goes across my back, and it looks nice like this as well. See? Plus, indeed, Jan, it would. All you need to do is keep going, and you'd have a blanket, basically, because this is half a blanket, to be honest. I've been using this as my yoga blanket. See, I wear it to go to yoga, or I didn't wear it actually because it was too hot when I got outside the door. But I wore it. Well, I took it with me. I would have worn it. And then when I finished yoga, I undid the buttons and I just put it over me, completely from toe to here. It was perfect. But you could also wear it like this. Look. See, like a huge scarf thingy. Or, you can style it better when you're not sitting in the sofa. Okay. But yeah. So I am really, really happy with it. It flows so nicely the way it's lying down. Yeah, there we go. So I think even in the winter, I'll be wearing this because it is really, really practical. But I did wear it. I did make it with Aran. So Aran is a little bit thicker than DK. And so I see, look, this is DK, and then Aran is a little bit thicker. And that, of course, made it grow a lot quicker as well. But this is pale rose, just the same color as it would be in the DK version. Because Stylecraft have a DK range and a Aran range, and the colors are the same. It's just the thickness is different. So in the video, I clearly say that it is Aran. And yes, I used 6 balls of it. But yeah, I am so happy with this, but I am going to have to take it off because I'm starting to overheat. But yeah, it's a really lovely, the way it sort of flows, and you just, there we go. And I think even though the stitches are so simple, it makes a lovely pattern, and it sort of, it's full enough for it not to have holes, but there's holes enough for it not to feel too full. Do you see what I mean? Yes, so it's a larger hook as well, Fiona, because obviously you need to make sure that you, always check the hook on the label. And this time, because it didn't matter too much and I wanted it to be nice and flowy, I did use the hook as prescribed. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed making it, and I am even, enjoying more wearing it. And like I said, we often go for a little walk along the seafront in the evening, and there is a little bit of a chilly wind sometimes, so it's always nice to have something that you can just put over and then just enjoy that walk. Otherwise you're there, you're cold, you're whatever, But no, this, and it comes to me, it comes down to sort of about there. And yes, there is a particular length that you need to achieve. But of course, also, if you're smaller, then you might want to sort of reduce that slightly. Or if you're bigger, then you might want to increase it a little bit more. But even so, I think this would sort of be more, this would be medium large and extra large. Small would be, you'd need to, take off a few multiples. But like I said, I have done this without counting the stitches. And I honestly have to say, still haven't counted them. I have no intention of counting them. And, it was great. It was great working on the mystery stitch poncho. No, actually, I am calling it the Pirate Cove poncho, because here in Exmouth we have a little beach and it's called Pirate Cove, and that's where we like to go for a little walk in the evening. And while I was walking, I sort of came up, well, while I was walking there and shivering, I came up with an idea of like, why don't I make myself a nice simple poncho that's not going to, not going to take much time to make, not going to stretch my imagination too much, where it's going to be nice and just, I could just go ahead and crochet, I didn't have to think about it too much. And I did it in about maybe 2 weeks on and off. I finished it. Then I went and got the toggles when the shops reopened, and yeah, I was filming it and doing all that. So yeah, like I said, like I said, I really enjoyed making it. I'm enjoying wearing it. It's my Pirate Cove poncho. So yes, you do need a particular multiple babs, and that will be, of course, it's all explained in the video. You have to measure and you do have to count, but you can do it by just counting to 3. So you see, you never have to count further than 3. And that way I sort of thought, yeah, in my head, it almost, yeah, it was really nice not to have to think, oh, this is a long row of so many stitches. I didn't know how many stitches there were, so I just kept going, So like I said, oh, Janie, Karen did it in purple. Like I said, Wednesday there'll be the lookbook, so you can have a look at our beach, Pirate Cove, because it's got something really special there. And you'll be able to see me wearing the poncho, and of course there'll be the sunset as well. And then on Friday there will be the tutorial. Yes, Julie, I love this color. See, the thing is, look, I wear this jeans dress, as you know. I wear it every day in the summer. But what I do change, I mean, I wash it, obviously. But what I do change underneath is these little tops that I wear underneath. And this one goes really well, see, with this and the lipstick. See? So it's all a bit coordinated. Oh, you know me, queen of coordination. I try. Oh, thank you, Julie. Actually, it's one from last year. When I saw it in the shop, I walked past the shop. I saw it, went in, bought it. It was not a question of let's just walk past. Nope, I saw that in the window of the shop, and that was the jeans dress I had to have. And I wore that so much last year. And this year, I nearly forgot about it. A couple of weeks ago, I thought, what did I wear all the time last year? And I found the dress and I was like, yes, let's start wearing it again. So you are going to see it again in the lives, I am sure. In the videos, I am sure. But I don't care. I love it so much. I am the queen of coordination, Stella. I am. Yeah. Coordination to a T. Well, I try. I try. Right, okay. Yes, emerald or a blue one. I mean, I was thinking a blue one would be nice as well, you know. But for clothing, I often like to keep it one color because if you want to wear it, you want to wear it out. It just makes sense to just have it toned down a little bit and have it, you know, sort of one color. Oh, great to see you here, Patricia. I am glad you enjoy my channel. Right, so let's put this to the side. So that is the videos for next week, okay? So for the week that's coming. And then the week after that, because of course we are not doing a live next Sunday, the week after that, I have made a chunky baby blanket, chunky, in the V-stitch. Again, it was so quick to make. I really, really enjoyed making it, and it's in the different direction. So I've got it like this. So again, I'm doing long rows, but not that many of them. But I really, really enjoyed doing this because it was 2 strands. So I was holding together 2 strands, and you know, the V-stitch is a really, really quick stitch, and I just enjoyed making it so much. I tried it on a pushchair from the neighbors, and it was really, really lovely on there. It's a really heavy blanket, so, you know, it's sort of meant for the pushchair to tuck them in, you know, how you can tuck them in on the sides. So that's what my plan was. Plus, I know it's a dark color, but my kids, they would never keep a blanket clean. I mean, you know, as a mother, I would be really pleased with a dark blanket. Because I would be feeding them in their pushchair. They would be playing with something, you know. Yes, Jay Banks. Yes, my grandma made something like this as well. It's more in the like the ones I'm sitting on here on the sofa. Let me just show you. You know, it's like these ones. Yeah. So it's stripes. It's two strands. But of course, I've done a dark color and a light color, and then I've put a nice border on it as well. So the first video is about this blanket here, how I made that. Oh, hello, Layla. Are we back? And the second video is about how tips and tricks, Layla, tips and tricks on how to do your border. So, you know, this border is nice and flat. It's not wavy. That's okay, Joan. Don't worry. And, you know, you sort of, it's nice and flat. I've got some things that I also, oh yeah, Linda, I know. You do see the fur on there, but, you know, I mainly, you know, meant this for babies and, you know, keeping it away from the cats, hopefully. You know, there's a few things that I always do. Oh, look at her looking at me. Oh, there's a few things that I always do to ensure that my border is flat. And I'd seen a lady on Facebook, I don't know who it was, and she'd done a border, and it was all wavy and it was all, you know, completely wrong, basically. So I thought maybe if I do a baby blanket, and then if I do an extra video on how to ensure that your border is going to stay flat. And yeah, so that's what I did. I made the blanket completely, the blanket and the border, but then I did another video with even more tips and tricks on how to get the, get the border really nice and flat. And I had great fun. I had great fun making a small square and then trying to do everything wrong so that I had a border that was really wavy. That was so fun. I was like, no, come on, do more wrong so it would be more wavy. So yeah, I had to do two because the first one wasn't wavy enough. Yes, Linda. Yeah, I tried to. Yeah, I thought it would be a good. I thought it would be a good video. I thought it would be a good video, and I hope you will enjoy that because, very often, yeah, there's all this information on the stitch and on the yarn and on the hook, and then on doing the body of the blanket. But then the border is like, yeah, and then you put a border around it, and it's done. Well, no, there's a lot that goes into the border, and right. So Patricia, again, watch that video in 2 weeks on Friday, because some of the things that I say on there will work for a double border as well. It's the amount of stitches that you have to do on the side. Do not do too many. Rather, do too few. Okay. I really try not to do a lot. I try to get away with the minimum amount of stitches on the side, and that helps. Oh, thank you, Daigo Crochet. This is Layla. She's a ragdoll, and she's got those powder blue eyes. I don't know whether you've noticed. Ooh. She's going again. Bye-bye. You coming back? That's, yeah, okay. She was putting her tail on my microphone then. Honestly, Layla. So yeah, I thought it would be a good so hopefully that video will help you with any border issues that you might have. That's a good idea, Babs. Yeah. I mean, I don't go into those kinds of technical things, but that would be a good thing as well. Yeah. I've also discovered that it's not totally important to have the same amount of stitches on both sides. So, you have 4 sides, right? So 2, you'll have the actual stitches that you can go into, and those are not the problem. The problem is the sides where you have the the lengths of the stitches that you would do a stitch around. But of course, if you do too many, then it's going to start being wavy. But I'm not too obsessed about doing the same amount of stitches on both those sides. As long as you keep the same thing in mind and you do the same thing on both sides, then they should be okay. But of course, yes, Babs, like you say, you can start counting it out and doing all that technical issue, but I'm not going there. I'm keeping it simple. Keep it simple, peeps. And You know, just try and do the same thing on both sides, and that works for me. So, I really enjoyed doing this border because it looks really tight and everything. And yeah, it is flat. So it's really, really lovely. So I have a couple of sort of lookbook instances in this video as well, but not a whole one, because obviously the second one then is is the flat border one. So I hope you will enjoy those two videos. So let me just fold this one. But yeah, like I said, my kids, when they were babies, they had the white blanket, but I was really happy at one point that they had a darker one, because they would play on it, they would use it as a sort of making dens and everything in the house. Yes, Stella, it actually, let me reposition myself, because I'm not in the most comfortable position at the moment, right? Okay, let me just show you. Indeed, it would be a good lap blanket. Yeah. Yeah. Look. Excellent. So, if you were sitting in on your chair, or even, desk chair, or even a wheelchair, this size, where it comes down right next to me, so you can just tuck it in and there's no excess, that would work really, really well. So, oh yeah, food and all kinds of things on there, not just food. Oh my goodness. But yeah, once again, I really enjoyed making this, but yeah, I used these colors also mainly because I had a lot of graphite to get through. Graphite, and look, graphite, because I bought that to do my mosaic blanket, and duck egg, because of course I bought loads too many balls for the Ode to Anna cowl. So there we go. Both leftovers. You have to turn it into something, you know? Ah. Yeah, I know. In the pushchair, or all day, they drag along the road while you're pushing and you didn't notice that it was on the floor. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I was always quite happy that it was a dark color whenever I had a darker one. Yeah. I mean, for a while we had IKEA blankets, but no, I like the yeah. So this is next week. The poncho is next week, and this blanket is a week after. So yeah, because we're not having a live next Sunday, because I am going to spend some time with the kids, because it's Rachel's birthday. So we're going to have some celebrations and some cooking and some cake baking, I am sure. Cake baking. Oh my goodness. Or whatever we can muster up, because she's vegan, so we have to try and make some sort of vegan cake. Yeah, pushchair, stroller, perambulators, pram. That's what we call the baby chairs that you push them along in. Pushchair. Strollers, yeah. Yes, they're all called different depending on where you live, basically. Oh yes, Linda, I will post something in the Facebook group. I'll do that on Sunday or something. I'll post, or we might make a vlog as well, because we've got some plans for a day trip. We've got some plans for a day trip, so yes. I know, a vegan wedding cake. Well, we have tried making cakes. I have chucked away so much batter, so much cake already. You know, yeah, so many new recipes, so many new things, so many new ingredients to try out as well. Thank you, Pat. Oh dear. But yeah, last year I made her a fruit pie type thing, so it was like a fruit crumble. So it was crumble, it was flour, then vegan butter, whatever it is, sort of like, I don't know what I used again. It's stalk. I used stalk and sugar, and then that crumbled up, and then I put fruit on top, and that was quite nice as a cake. I might do that again, but with different fruit, because it turns out um, she's allergic to apricots. Yeah, Christine. I know, but Len zat met sojamelk. Ugh, I can't have soya, so I can't. We can't replace that either. So we just try having things like apple crumble, because if you replace the butter with stalk, then it's vegan basically, I think. So that works, and that's probably what I'll do. I'll make a blackberry crumble. Oh my goodness, that was more difficult to say than I thought. I've been talking too much, as usual. Ah. Well, I am glad that even the parrot is asking for me. Okay, Christine, I'll have to try and find. Gebruik je een bepaalde kookboek of zo? Mm. Yes, I mean, we love cake, but it's just, yeah, trying to make it vegan is just. Yeah, I would love to see the parrot. Who was it who said that? Yeah, Linda, I have made, and actually that was really nice. I have made apple crumble with coconut oil instead of butter, and then I put coconut sprinkles, sort of the desiccated coconut in it as well. Oh my goodness, it was so lovely. It was really, really nice. I think I might do that again. And then with red fruit underneath, red fruit, um, some sugar. Maybe you can get coconut sugar now, can't you, as well? So, and then on top of that, oh my goodness, yeah. Thank you, Whippy Chick. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, her birthday is on Tuesday, and I have found the perfect picture to post on the Facebook group. Oh, yeah. So yeah, it's on the 14th, and yeah, we're having her, sort of the family party, because of course she wants to spend her birthday with her friends, which is fine. And then at the weekend we will get together and have a party there, and then hopefully one day, so she's coming back here with us, and then one day we're going to go for a road trip type thing. She wants to go for a picnic, and that's interesting. Karen, wish him a happy birthday. Oh, I didn't know it was the day before Rachel's then. So yeah, I asked her what she wanted for her birthday, and she said she wants to go for a picnic with me. So that's what we're gonna do, and then we also go for a day trip. Make it a road trip, and hopefully we will be turning that into a video as well, so you can have a look at what we did during the day. Right, okay, yes. So I am making a C2C, and as you can see, it's crazy colors, but there is a logic to this, and it will become clear when, of course, I have finished this and I've done the video. So I am filming it, obviously. Are you not, Patricia, are you not on Facebook? Because the Facebook group is called Ophelia Talks Crochet. Don't forget to answer the questions. Oh, well, I have no idea about penicillin. I'll have a think. We'll have a look at that. But yeah, apricots is just, oh my goodness. And to be honest, we've now put two and two together, but as a baby, when she ate them, she was always ill. And I did think it was the apricots, but I didn't really, figure it out then. But now, yeah. I love apricots. Oh my goodness, fresh ones. Oh, lovely, lovely. But yeah, so like I was saying, this is a crazy colored blanket, but you will find out what it is soon, soon, soon. But as you can tell, look, I'm only just starting to decrease. So I'm hoping that next week when we drive to the kids, that Dirk will be driving so I can do crochet. I hope he didn't hear that. So I can finish this blanket, you see. Oh dear. You have to think of time where you can use it. Ah, Valeska. Honestly, how could you have missed that? Right. Quick recap, and then I'm going to go to bed. Because to be honest, you've all cheered me up greatly, but I have had it with this day. Okay. It's been a great end to the day, and I want to end it well, right? I don't want it to go down to what it was before, okay? I thought he did, Pat. This one, Valeska, is a baby blanket coming out in 2 weeks. One tutorial for the blanket and one tutorial extra for a flat border. How to create a flat border. Tips and tricks for a flat border. Okay. This one here is a poncho. It's not a blanket, but it's a poncho. And that one is called the Pirate Cove Poncho. And that's coming out next week. Wednesday, there will be a lookbook video. So enjoy that because it will be showing off not only the poncho, but also the beach here at Exmouth. Okay. And on Friday, there will be the tutorial. Now, there is going to be a pattern for this as well available on Ravelry. So on Friday, that pattern will be available on Ravelry as well. Okay, so the time the poncho comes out will also be the time that the pattern comes out on Ravelry. So I am really, really happy that you are all here tonight, that you've joined me for the live. Thank you so very much for understanding that I was half an hour late. I just need the time to make my day, turn it around basically. And I think it did. And I want to end on a good note. So what I'm going to do now is turn it all off here, turn my lights off, take my crazy colored blanket and go and sit in bed and crochet. Because I want to finish the evening, the day on a good note. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching. thank you for being here, for enjoying everything, on the channel. I hope you enjoy the videos that are coming up. No live next week. There will be a photo of the birthday girl or whatever we're doing on Sunday probably in the Facebook group. But yeah, we're going to skip a week for the live. Okay, so before you go, like the video, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.